going to have a go at building the circuit. The circuit I'm going to build is watch-your-scope amplifier. Those of you who are into watchmaking may know of this. The idea is I've got to get this circuit onto this copper board, and we want to try and get all those nice neat little lines etched out onto this copper board. I've seen a few different ways on YouTube, and my favourite way is the one I'm going to show you. Okay, you're going to have to forgive me, this is a retake because I cocked it up first time. Missed out a few important things. First of all, get your printed circuit and print it with a laser printer onto the sheet of paper, just normal standard sheet of paper. This is the bit we're actually after. This just came on the with the whole PDF that I downloaded. Once you've done that, I'm going to use a magazine, glossy magazine. I'm going to cut out part of this, and yeah, I think the idea being, not 100% sure, is where the magazine is so glossy, I'm actually going to print on this. Where it's so glossy, it will release the ink from here onto here. And next stage is that on there. We're going to sellotape it and run it back through the printer. Just a couple of bits of sellotape there. To hold it in place while we're printing it. Job done. As I said, it's got to be a laser printer for this. Put your sheet of paper same way as it came out of the printer, but basically I know it's going to print on that corner there, so that's how we want to face our paper. Put that back in there and run the same print again. The original PDF that you printed, you want to do it again. Alright. And that's what we're looking for. That's exactly what we want, and again, nice and neat. This will go perfectly onto the circuit board. Okay, I've tried this out a few times now. For some reason, the very first time I did it, I got it really good, and the last few attempts ain't been so good. So here goes. This is now my third attempt. Once again, I've printed it on to a magazine, colour magazine sheet. I think the last couple that I tried, the magazine was of such good quality that the paper was a bit too thick. Because the very first time I did it, I used the Lidl magazine, which is really thin. Today I'm using a page out of what do you call it, the Machine Mart. Sorry, me and my brain. Right, okay, so there we have the picture. And make sure this is clean again, and there's another wipe with a bit of wire wool. Lay it on exactly where you want it to go. What I'll do is get a bit of tape ready. And I'm hoping this time it will work out as good as the first time it was when I did it. fold it over onto there nice and tight. Sellotape. And the corners in as well, so we don't want it to move when we're putting on the nail varnish remover. And this is all I'm using, normal nail varnish remover, stolen from my daughter. Okay, so I'll just put a bit in that cap for control. Put it on there and just rub and press it. What we're trying to do is press the imprint onto the copper side, and I think what happens is the nail varnish remover weakens the bond between the ink and the paper, so that it then just glues to the copper plate. Let's say my last couple of attempts have been quite rubbish, and I know it works because I have done it before. So now it's important to make sure that you press every part of this really hard to make sure that every part of it makes good contact with the copper surface. We're nearly there, you can see it drying now. I think probably had first time luck or beginner's luck when we first attempt. Now this one's just come to bugger me up. Alright, give that like a moment to dry. It literally is that quick and easy when it works. I'm just going to use this metal roller that I've found handy just to give it a bit more pressure. Don't have to do it with this. I didn't do it with this the first time round, and it really was a good result. Bit annoyed why it hasn't turned out as good as that, as the first time rather. Okay, I've just dried this with a heat gun a little bit to see if that helps it anymore. Start the peeling process. No, it's not doing it. I don't understand. Add a little bit more fluid to that. Just add a bit more fluid to this. Started rubbing it with my finger, and it's not seeming to be coming off really cleanly. And peel it off really slow. There you go. It's come out nice. Look at that. Little bit of paper still left on there, but that's not a problem at all. I'll let that dry for a moment before I put it into the ferric chloride. Okay, here it is. I've just given it a little rinse in a bit of warm water, get rid of a little bit more paper. Next stage will be putting it in some of this stuff, which I bought off of eBay for about a tenner, I think. I'll put some of this in a little container. My wife would be pissed off if you see what I was doing with a Tupperware. Just pop it in there. I think you're meant to sort of give it a stir and a shake and whatever, but I'm just going to agitate it a little bit. Last time I did it, it took about 5 minutes. So I think I'll just let it sit there for a little bit and come back to it and see how we're doing. Okay, see it now, not far to go. There you go, you can see it, see the light through that as it's almost finished eroding away the copper layer on the PCB board. I did try this earlier on today with another technique where they, instead of using a nail varnish like I did, I've seen them wrap the board up same way but use a hot iron instead of the acetone. I tried that. It worked, but I didn't get lines as clean as I'm getting on here. This looks like it's been printed directly onto the board, whereas the ironing technique left the lines a little bit fuzzy. Don't know if it's because I did something wrong or that is the way it finishes it, but I'm really happy with these results. Okay, now that I've given my circuit board a little rinse, we need to get rid of the ink. And I'm going to do this with a little bit of acetone again and a nail brush. Look at that. It's such a delight when you actually start seeing the end result. It's such a professional looking result as well. That's lovely. There you go. A bit more on there. There you are. A perfectly formed circuit. I'll just dry that off. There we go. That's so neat. Next stage will be drilling through all the little holes where the components are going to go. I'm going to do that with my Dremel. Right, now that we've cleaned up the board, time to drill the holes. Just put a little bit of MDF beneath it so that when I'm drilling I don't go into the worktop. Right, I'm using my Dremel with a tiny little drill bit on there. It's a cordless one, this one. I really like it. Yes, again. There you have it. Nicely drilled. It's got a bit of a rough feel to it because of the drilling, and you really kind of want to get rid of that. I'm using a little bit of 800 rubbing down paper with a block. Just gives it a nice finish, and that'll help you when you're soldering, make your soldering joints look nice as well. And if you're a bit of a perfectionist, it's not just getting the thing to work, it's getting it to look good as well. There you are, all done. Lovely. And there it is. I'm not an expert. Watch someone else do it on YouTube and I've done it, so I'm not an innovator or anything like that, but I just wanted to show you that anyone could do it. Hope you enjoyed the video.